On behalf of the Sackett and Goforth families, I'm honored to welcome you to the celebration of James and Erin's wedding. We have much to rejoice about today. About 10 years ago, James spent a couple weeks with us in California, and we had a great time together and got to know each other well. James met a very special person briefly during that trip to California. About 3 years ago, Diane and I visited James in Buffalo, New York, while he was studying for his doctorate. We had a great time in Buffalo with James and even visited the restaurant that invented buffalo wings. James, as an uncle, I couldn't be prouder of you, the Christian man you've become, and the husband that you'll be. Now, Erin is my daughter Paige's best friend, and I got the chance to know Erin, David, and Joellen over many years together with our two girls playing club soccer. Erin has been a blessing in our lives, and I feel as if she's one of my own. And I'm equally proud of her faith, her character, her accomplishments, and the wife she'll be.
Dear Erin, I would never have imagined that this all would have begun with a 4-hour car ride across northern Michigan. Thanks, Paige. Who knew that car ride would have brought us here today? I knew you were weird enough to be all mine from the moment when you randomly asked me what my favorite wild animal was. I will never forget my answer because that moment changed my life forever. I wouldn't want to stand up here today with anybody but you. You have a very special place in my heart, and I will forever cherish the relationship and friendship that we have. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. I'm excited for what God has planned for us. Through Him, our relationship will be fruitful and everlasting. The creative imagination that He gave you brings out the best of my talents, and I believe that will allow us to conquer so many great things. I am truly blessed to be able to call you my best friend, my better half, and now my wife. I wouldn't want to go through life with anybody else by my side. I love you.
Dear James, I never would have guessed that this all would have begun with a 4-hour car ride together across northern Michigan. Who knew that car ride would have brought us here today? I knew you were my person when our first stop on the car ride was to get donuts and bagels. That car ride changed my life forever. We've since taken 100+ flights in the last 3.5 years to see one another. I wouldn't want to stand up here today with anybody but you. I take your hand today and promise to never forget what holding on to it feels like. I promise to be by your side and be the best friend through all of God's plans for us. I promise to always care for you through the good and the bad times. I promise to keep snacks in my purse in case you start to get hangry. And most importantly, I promise to love you unconditionally to the moon and back. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. I'm excited for what God has planned for us. Through Him, our relationship will be fruitful and everlasting. I admire your huge, strong, kind, and determined heart. I can barely begin to imagine how incredible the rest of our life will be with you by my side. I love you.
So throughout this ceremony, James and Erin have vowed in God's presence and ours to be faithful to and loving toward each other. They have formalized the existence of the bond between them with words spoken and with the giving and receiving of rings. All present here today and those here in heart wish both of you all the joy, happiness, and success that this world and the next has to offer. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my distinct pleasure to present for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. James and Erin Sackett. James, you may kiss the bride.
I pray that together you'll cultivate a marriage that imitates Christ's love for his children. Be continuously gracious with one another, building a relationship that models forgiveness, selfless love, and sacrifice. I love you guys. Thanks for allowing me to be part of such a special day. Cheers to two of my favorite human beings, Erin and James, and the exciting future that's ahead for them as man and wife.